Well, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. Got something a little different for us today. We're on the road. Got my young son here, Ryan. Like many of you, on the Facebooks and the other places looking for anything that might catch my eye, Mopar related in this case. And late yesterday, I saw a 440 come up on Facebook Marketplace. It says it's out of a 73 Roadrunner. I don't know. Talked to the guy, older gentleman. He's got a few Mopar things there in this shop that he's getting rid of. I think just clearing out his garage. It says he's got a bubble hood from maybe the same 73 Roadrunner. I don't know. We're gonna have to check. He didn't have a lot of specific information, so we'll check the hood out. He's got a 727 automatic, and he's got this 440. Only one photo of the engine. He doesn't know if it's stuck. It's been sitting in his shop for over 20 years, he says. I don't know what we're getting into, but it's worth heading down here. It's about an hour away along the Atlantic coast here. I'm gonna go check it out and see what we got. It's early Saturday morning. Early bird gets the worm. Let's just go see. Can't hurt to drive down there. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe this motor's locked up and maybe the hood's all rusted out. Who knows? Let's go check it out. We'll see you there. I think that's going to give us... Yeah. It'll be close. Yeah. You want to get a video of the motor before we move it?
Yeah. Alright.
So, here's the 440 that we're going to get. It's locked up. It doesn't move, but it might be a good core. We'll take a look at it when we get home, see what we've got.
Oh, you dropped something.
Yeah, well, line is something.
Ah. Yeah, it's gonna be a big chunk of your birthday money.
Yeah, you're right. And Christmas probably too.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just get some bolts on there and we'll yank this thing out of here.
Wow. So what are we doing here?
Well, we got to put this plate on to get something to lift up from the hoist there.
I gotta put a string on my flashlight. No problem.
Not yet, anyway.
You got the most important job.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing all the hard work
You're
here.
doing all the hard work, yeah.
Well, he's doing nothing, just sit on his...
Push that in a little bit. What's she stuck on? Oh, it's just binding up on that, I guess. to spin it, I guess. Okay, we'll slide it out a little bit.
That doesn't sound good.
Okay.
You're gonna have to pay me extra.
Alright, you better get out of there, bud. Turn this around. Okay.
Want me to move my four-wheeler after we do?
Does it move? Yeah. If it does, then I can get the truck reading.
Might have a slack. They got a flat tire. That's probably not. Yeah, when you get us stripped down, call me and let me know. Just for my own curiosity.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you should have like the 10 minutes later from SpongeBob.
You can shove that thing ahead, can't you?
Yeah, I should be able to go all the way to here, so that should be plenty of room.
Yeah. Get anything exactly right on.
May have to lean it over.
Not like a small block Chevy, is it?
It's not. Could you, you know how to let the tension off there? Just a little bit. Yeah, that's good. Keep moving. Just let her go.
This piece isn't gonna.
There, she went down.
That's what I'm hoping for.
That's what you wanted, yeah.
Okay. Now I know it's not going to roll all over the place.
Nope. No, she's in that place. Yeah.
Okay, so
Don't need much tie downs in that. That ain't going
Yeah,
nowhere.
exactly. Yeah.
That's heavy enough to make its own seat.
Yeah. Okay. So your folks there can give me a hand with the hood?
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's the hood at?
Back in the barn.
Oh gosh, I get to go see it? Yay. We're going on a field trip, class.
Should we leave the truck here?
Well,
Should we leave the truck here and bring the
no,
hood? Take the truck down there?
I'm not lugging that up there. Bring the truck. I'll get them to come back.
Oh yeah, because I have to hold the camera, so I can't, like bring it up. So it's just me, you kind of. Because the hood's the front of the truck. Like you're bringing a piece from it in there in the barn.
Yeah, it's the hood of a car.
It's going.
It's gonna put in the back here.
I don't know about that, guys.
Could be dicey. Let's see.
That's.
They're going to carry it over here and lay it on the ladder, lights on the ladder.
What are we taking down?
There's a hood up here.
And Jessica again.
Yeah, oh, I
leave it
know.
For him, because he says over on the board.
Yeah, I'll keep it on.
I feel like
Good
this.
shot of the cars that are in here. A Javelin back there.
How do you
The
feel like
Torino.
this?
Well, convertible. Can you get a shot of what they're doing back there with the hood?
I'll do it up here so I can get.
Yeah.
Nice head.
The trick is getting out of here without any damage.
Hey, Dad.
Just let me know. You want to go just pick up this way? I'm gonna wash my foot. Yeah. All right. Watch out for that.
No.
I put her down. Okay. Let's see here. How do you like this?
Bring the bottom over.
The bottom?
Now, I want to
I go there.
I got it. If you guys cannot go, I got it. And you get comfortable in the ladder there.
Yep.
Ready?
Yeah, we got her.
Okay.
Beautiful, man.
You wanna go?
Yeah, follow my lead here.
Sounds good. You good? Oh yeah.
Lean up against the back of the truck here.
Yeah, that all washed up and hanging on the wall. That'd be quite a.
Yeah. And so that side there is going to come right in here.
Yeah, Jessica, your side's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Just carefully.
Yeah. And then I'll lift it up like this.
That's it. And we're just going to lean over this way.
Okay. Is that clip gonna make it clear of that engine?
Might not, but it's. Let's see.
Well,
There you
I
go.
think we're good now.
Nice.
There we go.
You ain't got another one of them foam pads, have you?
I do.
I'd like to stick one in here on top of
There's
that
one
bar plug.
here, but that's being used.
Yeah.
Oh, got an oil pad or anything? Or
That's it.
oil leakage in there.
Oh, is it?
Didn't want
Yeah.
him to give you no trouble on the road or nothing.
Yeah, I'll take a look at
Yeah, we got it all along. Well, that proves one thing. It's got oil into it. I kind of
There's
figured
a
that.
rag I could stick here, but you know.
That's a mess, but that's a good mess because that means the motor got oil in it.
Yeah. Agreed. As long as it doesn't keep going out on the way home.
Drive a little faster.
Spread it more evenly across.
More easily. They'll think somebody's laying down tired.
Dungeon.
Look at this, guys. You just never know what's in a barn, in a rural area here in Nova Scotia. That bulge hood there, that's a great piece. We'll get a better look at it when we get home, but it's in really good shape, very little rust. And so what we got left in here is a 4-speed train. Come have a look at that. Yeah,
And why is there barbed wire?
I know, right?
How old is this place?
Oh, this is probably 80 years old, probably, or more, the way she's built. So what we got here is a 4-speed tranny. I have to look up what it's from. It's an old cast iron.
Hey, here's a hint how old it is. It's a Pepsi bottle that looks like it's from.
Yeah. All right, guys, so this is what we got. We got a 1973 Roadrunner GTX hood. It is in amazing condition. Just light surface rust. Most of these are rotted out. This is in great condition. We've got, get in here with that, we've got a 4-speed tranny. I don't know what it's out of and what we could use it for and what might be worse, but we've got that, and we've got the 440 that we know is locked up. It's at least what I hope to be a good core.
Appears to be an oil spill.
An oil spill, yeah. So we'll get this stuff home. I think we got a fair deal for all this, considering the value of this GTX hood. All right, let's get her up to the front. Yeah. And I can lift it off later, but.
Oh no.
Okay, I'll lift and you can pull that in.
Yep.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure
All right.
meeting you too.
I'll let you know how I make out with that engine.
It's none of my business, but I
Yeah. I'll let you
was
know.
the caretaker of it ever since I had my grad here,
Yeah, a long time.
a long time. And I even forgot about it.
So, well, if it's back in the corner.
I forgot all about it. And one day I had a 66 Valiant Signet down there in the barn. And it was a Valiant Signet 200,
Okay.
which the 200 come with a 273, and they come with an 8 3/4 Dana with a 410 posi into them from the factory.
Really?
273, and they turned 7,500 RPM. There was a screamer for a little motor.
Wow.
And it didn't have the motor into it. It had a 1970 318, but somebody along the way took and put a 340 dome and 4-barrel onto it. Well, when I brought it home, 318 inch.
He's gonna leave me? Oh no. He's gonna leave me.
All right. Almost forgot Ryan there, but we got him. And we're on the way back home. We got everything loaded up, I think. Just double checked before we got on the highway here to make sure we were good. I think it's been an interesting day. We've got what looks to be really, really good quality hood, 73 Roadrunner GTX hood. Underside looks fantastic, just very light surface rust, no dents, no damage. It's really, you know, what you find in some people's barns in rural places, but there you go. You saw what we brought it back from. For now, that's going to be wall art, and we'll see where that ends up. But I couldn't leave without taking that hood with me. The 4-speed tranny, I don't know if it's going to be any worth anything or any good, but it was essentially free. It's a cast iron 4-speed. Maybe it's out of a truck. Don't know. We'll decode that when we get home and check it all out. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be any good, but we've got that, and then we've got the 440, which is a 73 block. It's a smog motor, so there's nothing. It's not anything. It's cast crank. It's not, you know, a wonderful, complete engine in that way, but it may be a good core, and that's why I picked it up. So all in all, 3 pieces there, and got what I think is a pretty fair deal. I think what I paid for all 3, I can make back and more just on the hood itself. So happy with how that's turned out. We'll get her all home and we'll check things out. All right, guys. Here's the A833 4-speed tranny. So I did get to decoding this thing. Importantly, with the VIN pad there, maybe a little hard to make out, but that's a PP833, which is the 4-speed tranny. That's the sequence number of the build. And there's our partial VIN match. 5 should mean it was made in 1975. The B is Hamtramck, I believe. And then 244426 is the partial VIN to the car that it came out of. It is a 23 spline input shaft and a 30 spline output shaft, which puts this not as the Hemi 4-speed or the 440 6-pack 4-speed, but used for everything else. The 400s, the 3D3s, the small blocks. That's what this would have been behind. So I don't know what we're going to be in for here. What I know right now is that the shaft won't spin. So I'm going to get this set aside. We'll get some lube on all of the bolts on the case, and we'll open this thing up and see what we have inside. Gosh knows how long it's been sitting out there in that barn. But we'll take it apart and we'll see what we can make of this. All right, guys, we've got the 440 in the garage now. Just getting ready to tear it down. Before I do that, I've got the stampings all cleaned up here. So it is from September 13th, 1972. And 3698830 would certainly confirm a 440 from a 73 to 78, if I recall. And the VIN stamp here, believe that suggests it's from Hamtramck, and it is from likely a large C-body type platform like a Newport, something like that. And J440 just confirms 73440. I do not know what the 1024 is, so if you have any insight to that, throw her in the comments. Let's tear this thing down. All right, guys, let's get to it. We'll start with the distributor here. Have a look inside there. All right, well, actually doesn't look too bad in there. Okay, that's a little bit reassuring. Let's keep cranking. Let's get this intake off. Oh, isn't this nice? Little insulation. Garbage.
There's good news. Look at that. Shiny.
Here's what's not good news. Look at that. That's what we don't want to see, that all rusted in there. I think that's happened just from its sitting. So let's get the valley tray out.
candy one of that.
This is going right in the garbage. Get a shot of this when it comes off there. Okay, okay. That doesn't look too bad in there. So, as I said earlier in the video, this engine is locked up. It will not turn over. And I don't know yet if it's the valve train that's holding us back or if we've got some frozen pistons. We'll get to that, but let's pull out this intermediate.
Have you done that yet?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't say no.
We should do that like next video.
Okay, well, the intermediate shaft is not happy. Wow. That is not happy.
You're not gonna get that. It's wedged in.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Let's get these valve covers off. Take a look at the top of the valve train. Okay. Yeah, it's not all rusty in here. So and take a look in here. We've got no bent push rods, it would seem, either. So that's also a good sign. Not too rusty. So, okay, this isn't so bad so far. Let's get the other side off. Okay. And what we do know is we've likely got some stuck valves, because if you come over here, you can see that this valve right here is actually broken off in there. And there's a lot of corrosion sitting inside these exhaust ports here. So some of these valves are likely stuck. And that could be the reason why this isn't turning over. And it could also be part of the reason why we've intermediate shaft just won't budge. It's jammed in there with the cam that's also frozen because it can't push the push rods up. There you go. There's your rockers. And we'll go ahead and get these out. We have no plans of reusing these push rods. Whether they're good or not, who knows, but we'll just set those aside for now. All right, let's get this side off. These push rods out again. None of them so far appear to be bent. Little skunky, but not bent. Okay, let's get these heads off. Which one do you want to do first? Well, do you want to do this side or that side first?
I say this side.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
I'll just loosen off the bolts, yeah? All right, we're going driver's side. Let's do it. We'll just get these loose. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. I've seen a lot worse. Some definite pitting in the cylinders. We'll have to get these cleaned up. But it's not awful. Nice that this one's up. Okay, let's get the other side off and see where we land. Oh, there's one valve. That's no good. Another valve, broken right off. Some corrosion. Okay, let's get this vacuumed out. And then we're going to see if we can get this motor to spin. These are not supposed to be like this. That's pretty rough corrosion in this cylinder. I don't know if that's going to be savable. No, that does not look like it's going to be savable. Yeah. Get in here and show this. Come around the other side so you can get a better angle on it. Zoom out a little. There you go. Yeah, this is no good. That's either throwing this block in the garbage, or it maybe could be sleeved. I don't know if it could. But let's gosh, it's not going to spin with that much corrosion. It's just not going to want to move. But we will put a wrench on the front and see. No, I don't think she's going to go by the looks of that cylinder. All right, we'll do that to a couple of these cylinders. I think it's starting on these cylinders, so we're gonna see if we can work them out. Okay. Okay, we're going to try and just give a little jolt to these cylinders. I should say pistons. Don't think it's going to make a difference, but I really think it's these two cylinders here that are binding us up. And we may have to pull those pistons to find out, but the question is it worth it? Given all the corrosion that's at the top of the cylinder. Ugh. Let's go ahead and pop these lifters out. There, those are out. We'll throw them away. Won't be using those. All right, so this is where I think we're at with this one. The pitting that you can see on cylinder number 4 here is just really, really deep here and all through here. Clearly, water coolant was sitting in here and just ate the cylinder wall and the top of the cylinder. I don't know that it's savable with a sleeve. If it is, it's certainly going to require machine shop work. All cylinders will have to be bored at least 20 to 30 over based on how I can see them looking right now. And this one, like as I said, would need a sleeve. Is this block worth it? And can this be sleeved because of how deep that pitting is? I don't know. It might be too far gone. It's hard to say. That corrosion there is deep. So we're just going to park this for now. Worst case scenario, I'm going to take a few pieces off of this and use that for any kind of future build. There isn't a lot to save on this because it's a cast crank. The cam and the lifters are garbage. The pistons are no good. There won't be a lot to save, but I'll take a couple things. Like I'll take the rear main seal container. I'll take that because it's worth something. Maybe take a few more pieces and it goes to the junkyard. Best case scenario for this block is it gets bored and a sleeve, but that is a decision for another day. So we're going to move over and see what's inside of this A833, pardon me. Okay, well, a little deflated from the 440. Let that park for a while. Let's take a look inside this 833 and see what we got going on in here. Well, that's not a good sign, folks.
maybe I was just screwed in there.
Yep. There we go. Yikes. Look inside there, folks. She's been submerged in water for I don't know how long.
I think I was right when I said someone threw it in the lake.
Yeah. All right, I think what we'll do is take off the tail shaft. It is just light surface rust actually, but you can see that right here.
Not too bad.
It's just been sitting so long without oil in it that like I don't know that it's savable, but I mean I wish it had oil in it and looked like it could be used tomorrow, but
It smells like it.
yeah, that's that gear oil. Okay, well, do we dare take off this tail shaft? What do you think?
I think we should leave it and wait a little bit. Because we don't know if it's even going to be savable. Just like the rusty boy over there.
Yep. Okay, well, what we do have here is a good case, if nothing else. I don't know if the rest is going to be savable. Once it's cleaned up, we'll have to see. But one step at a time. Let's park this for now. What do you think? It's probably supper time.
Yeah, and then we got one more thing to show.
Yep.
Alright, let's do it.
All right. All right, guys. So next up is the hood. I took some time today and went ahead and cleaned it up. No surprises after cleaning it up. I did some wire wheeling on the back that I'll show you in a second, but overall, the hood is in excellent shape. So no surprises on the hood. We had surprises kind of with the engine. I knew it was going to be a risk, and we knew the transmission was going to be a risk. But I got a couple updates on those that we'll get to in a minute. But let me show you the back of this hood. Okay, so I've got a lot of the rust coating, the oil that was on the hood off. Not entirely, because I just wanted to make sure I could clear the hood off enough to inspect it and make sure that the areas that are typically prone to rust are solid. And they are. So we've got all this here down to bare metal, and it's in great shape all the way down this lip. This is where you'd have issues down in here. It's good and solid, and as you can see, I've used the wire wheel to get down to pretty well bare metal in most places, enough to make sure that I could see and inspect it well enough. This is another area where rust typically forms. It's solid, and here as well. And then a real problem with rust typically is up here in these hoods. And you can see just how solid it is in here. This is the original seal. And it's in excellent shape. Like, it's soft, supple. It could be reused easily. But you can see in here, all that's in great shape. Nothing to worry about on the lips, anywhere. Everything along all four corners and edges are in excellent shape. Yeah, really happy. So this hood for now will go up as wall art up on the wall. I am going to look at selling it, and we'll see if anyone's interested in it. I think if anyone needs a 74 Roadrunner hood, this is an excellent candidate. As you know, it will fit a 73 as well, but the 73s had vents in the front cowl area. Would have shown up here as vents. So this is a 74. Anyway, keep it up on the wall for now. It's nice to look at, and if the right buyer comes along, I'll part with it. But I'm glad that I picked that up and brought that home. There we go. All right, guys, we're back with the engine here. Since the last time you saw it, I've gone ahead and taken off the front water pump, timing chain cover, the cam, the gears, oil pan, really stripped it down to the bare block, plus the crank and rotating assembly there. So now it's in a place where I can spend some time and see if I can get this thing to turn over. You'll see that on the top here, I've got a solution in here to not only break down the rust, but also provide some lubrication to get down into those rings where it's surely rusted to the cylinder walls themselves. So we're gonna let that soak for a couple days. We'll do the other side, and then we'll start the process of trying to free up number 4. I think this is the one that's probably holding us back. But we'll go back and forth, and we'll see if we can get this freed up. We know that we're going to have to, if we're going to use this block for any project, we're going to have to sleeve number 4 and possibly number 6 here. But that's, one step at a time. Let's see if we can get it rotating, and we'll go from there. So you'll see that again in another episode. Okay, and then we're back on the transmissions. I've put the transmission back together without gaskets or anything, but I've got everything back together, and you can see in here that I've got a rust solvent here that's starting to take away the rust from the gears and inside the case. I've got to get a couple more gallons of the solution, but I'm moving the transmission around to get all of this de-rusted, if you will. And you can see how it's already starting to, if you remember this from the episode earlier, this wouldn't even come apart. But now all the rust is gone, and we've got a nice shift fork there. You can see this is the cover. You might remember how rusty this was. This is still working its way. Well, actually, I think that might be paint from the factory, actually. Anyway, the rust here is gone, and you can see now we've got movement in all the places that we should have movement. So that solution is going to get rid of the rust and get everything moving again inside this transmission. So we'll let this sit for probably a week or more, and I'm going to rotate the case around so that the solution is going to get all inside there. Once that's completely removed the rust, we'll go in here, we'll put some WD-40, some surface oil in here, and then we're going to go back to the disassembly, get this thing all tore down, and really inspect what we've got and decide what we're going to do with it next. We know that the case is good. If I can save the rest, great. We'll take a look and get back to that in a future episode.
All right. Scene 4, take 2.
All right, guys, that's a wrap on this one. I want to say thanks to my son Ryan for all the camera work. I thought that was nice of him to do. Hopefully gave you a better look at what was going on with our adventure. We had a blast. As we talked about, a couple of things are questionable in what we got with the block and the transmission, but we'll get something out of that. And then definitely this hood is just an amazing piece. I'm really happy about that. And that's a wrap. So in the next episode, we'll get back on the duster. I'll show you what we got going on with the quarter, and we'll finish this up and get this all done. And then we're going to move on to gapping the door to the rocker panel. You know that we've got quite a bit of gap there. So we're going to slice open that rocker, and we're going to get that nice 3/16 inch gap along the bottom of the door edge to the rocker. That'll be in the next episode. Until then, thanks for watching. Cheers.